something that I would like to highlight is that I was able to build and create these great library systems, but something that I discovered, that I would have, a great menu, information menu. I used to say that we have caviar in our information menu, but people didn't appreciate that. So one of the things that I realized is that it doesn't matter if you have the best library, the best collection, the largest one, if your users, your learning community doesn't know how to use information. So that's why I got involved in information literacy and information skills. I remember in 1992, I came to an IFLA, which is the International Federation of Library Associations Conference in Istanbul, and listened for the first time the concept information literacy. I went to this session, and it sort of opened my eyes, and I said, this is what I need. I need to enable our students, our faculty, to benefit from the resources. So I got back to the university and began an information literacy program. It was the first one in Mexico. I was not the first to talk about the subject. I think it was the second, but I was able to build a program, an information literacy program for the university for the first time in the whole country. I organized the first information literacy conference in the Spanish-speaking world in the 90s. So, and we developed standards, and we created several tools so that other universities will follow up, and they did, fortunately. So information literacy was something that I needed besides having, the menu, the information resources. I needed to create the information demand. And I used to go to the university president, and I would meet, every week we would have an hour meeting with all the university directors, deans and so on. And I remember that I used to complain. I said, okay, we got this great database, but the demand is really low. The library is full, but people come just to do homework, not to check the journals or whatever. So after 2 years at this university, the one that I asked for 5% of the budget, we doubled the building in 2 years. We built about 3 buildings in 7 years. This university president called me before Christmas, before going on the Christmas break. He said, Jesus, do you have time for breakfast this Saturday? And it was, the first holiday, the beginning of the holiday. And I said, yes, I can, because I'm leaving until, 4 or 5 weeks later. Okay, let's have breakfast on Saturday, meet at 9. So I went to that restaurant that was his favorite. And the surprise that he gave me, he said, Jesus, you have complained about our educational system, about information demand, that the library is not used, and so on. Well, I got a solution. I will have an open position in January, and it's the academic affairs position. And it was a shock. I said, I think I'm a good librarian. I know my craft well, and I have always taught. I always try to publish, but I have never, been in this position. I said, it doesn't matter. You can learn. I took the job and became, I think it was the first librarian to be, in charge of academic affairs. So I was in charge of, all the teaching activities. And it was an excellent position because we did all sorts of changes to guide the university to be more information literate. Faculty will have this required training. Students will have to take, a course, a compulsory course that was the first in the country that every new undergraduate will have to take this course. We developed the assessment methodology or the assessment scheme so that faculty would encourage library use, and they would give them rewards, they would publish, and so on. So it was a great experience.